Well, it's the day of the surgery. I'm going to be leaving here in about an hour. I've got to be there at 10:30. Surgery's at 11:30. Doctor said he'll be in there for about 25 minutes and then an hour and a half to recover. And we'll see. I'm assuming there'll be wrappings because there'll be a few stitches on it. There'll be two holes on each side of the knee. They'll go in with the scope and try and smooth out the meniscus and see if they can get out some of the bone spurs and things in there. And we'll see how long the recovery is. Um, my knee issues began when I played football in high school. The last preseason game of the year, I ended up running downfield on a punt, to make a long story short, and got hit in the shoulder while my left leg was planted, and my knee went and bent about 75 degrees to the side, which tore my ACL. Um, at that time, they didn't really know that much about it. I went to the hospital. They took an X-ray and they said, "Oh, we don't see anything on there. Go see your doctor on Monday." In which case, I went to see my regular doctor, and they said, ice it and stay off of it and come back in a week. In which case, I did. Well, actually, I didn't. I was so when you play football, you feel like a warrior. Like, throw some dirt on it. I can get back out there. And I was trying to get back out on the field. I was lifting weights. I was trying to jog and things like that. And I don't know if I made it actually worse. Finally, after I went back to the doctor, they said, "You need to see a specialist." And they sent me to Dr. Ain, who was one of the pioneers of the orthoscope. Um, he immediately said, "You've got some serious damage. We're going to scope it." And they scoped it, found out my ACL was torn, and they took it out because they weren't good enough yet with the scope to be able to uh, rebuild. And they didn't want to cut it, the big scar in front of it, because they said that's a year and a half recovery. So I had a flesh eating bacteria in the other knee, the knee that's being worked on. And that was in 1995. They did 3 surgeries on it to save the leg and to save my life. And because that leg was weak, I started leaning on the other knee, which has definitely messed that one up. And that one is so gone that we're just trying to buy time before knee joint replacement. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We're just trying to wait as long as possible to try and get as much out of it, because they only last, they say, for up to 10 years. And the doctor's like, the way you move, it's not going to last that long. That by the time you're 70, you'll be in a wheelchair. And I don't want to be in a wheelchair. So I've slipped on this one, and this one's been arthritic, and it's been bothering me and getting worse and worse. I slipped about 2.5 weeks ago, or it jolted, and I could feel it give. And I've got a complex tear, among other things, of the meniscus. And so they're going to try and work on that. There's also arthritis in there. There's a degenerating ACL. There's bone spurs. Did I say arthritis? Yeah. So all that's going on inside of there. The hope is that this meniscus surgery and cleanup will buy me some time, and hopefully the recovery won't be more than a month, because I'm going to be working on the red brick house. I'm going to be working on the red brick house. And so we'll take a look here before it's kind of ugly, because I was also burned and skin grafted, but you can see the scar from where they went in for the flesh-eating bacteria on it. So Dr. Thompson's got his work cut out. All right, we're walking in with the limp. We'll see how we walk out, or stroll out, or crutch out, or cane out. I don't know how we're going to out, but we'll see what happens. This is before. And we'll see what it's like. So that guy, that's my doctor. So he's just finished up with somebody. I guess I'm next. He's cool people. So hopefully he takes good care of the knee. Well, okay, so I'm in here wearing the gown, and they're going to come through, give me an IV, and then take me in. The doctor is actually a little behind on a case, so we have a little time before we go in. So people are always telling me to rest. Here's the opportunity to rest. All right, so I've got my IV in, and just waiting right now. I have a USB card, so that way he can actually record this, so we can actually see what the inside of my knee looks like. They always say it's not what's on the outside that matters, it's what's on the inside. So we'll see. All right, so, and this is like a hairnet, okay? They're going to put that on my head before I get wheeled in. So just talked to the doctor, and what they're going to be doing is basically said part of my meniscus is like a flap that's flapping around on there, and they're going to go in and clean that out and try and smooth the cartilage some, and hopefully it'll help make my knee move a little bit better. It's going to be sore for a few days, a couple of weeks, and probably have to get a cortisone in about a month. So, see you on the other side, people. Man, I have an Eagles fan for a nurse, and she's from Philadelphia. I don't know how this is going to come out. I just don't know. I'm scared now. I'm scared. Wish me luck, y'all. About to go in. Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, this literally does not work. I literally just woke up.
You're taking selfie?
Actually, I'm a YouTuber, diehard, and I've got my fans and stuff following along, so we can kind of get an idea what to expect if you haven't had a meniscus surgery. Literally, I just got out of surgery. I literally just woke up, which is why my eyes are probably like crazy. I've got a monitor here, and the first thing that I've had to actually drink, it's diet ginger ale. Diet ginger ale. Okay. I think I've only been gone about a half an hour. Knocked out. She's checking my vitals. Knocked out, and I can still feel my leg, which I hadn't doubt because I actually had a diehard Eagle nurse. And of course, Dr. Thompson is a fan of San Francisco, Washington, and anybody playing the Dallas Cowboys. What he told me to expect is my meniscus had basically like a flap that was torn on there, which is part of the reason why it hurt so bad with my knee. It would kind of lock up sometimes, other times it would be loose, is it would get wedged and literally up underneath my knee. And what they're going to do is trim that off and try and smooth it out. What to expect from the surgery, he said I'll be sore for a couple of days. From there, I've got heavy-duty medication to help deal with it, but I will walk out of here. Hope that I walk out of here, and I can see 2 legs right there, and so we'll see how it goes, and we'll see what Dr. Thompson has to say about this. And my mouth is a little dry, and I'm hungry as shit. What I wouldn't do for Snickers right now, but I think everything's okay because I don't see a team of doctors around and all that, and I think I still have my mental facilities, or faculties, facilities, one or the other. So anyway, let's see what the doctor has to say. How long will I be here in recovery? How long will I be in recovery? So, hopefully an hour I'll be in recovery, and my wife can come get me, and we can get something to eat. So, we'll see what they have to say. Am I like the only patient that's left? She's not paying attention.
Oh, you talking to me?
I said, am I like the only patient that's left? Am I like...
No, there's another.
Okay. So there's somebody else over there, but he's quiet. All right. I'll see you in a second.
I'm gonna lose it.
No, I'm not going to lose it. I've been holding on to this all day long. Okay. Now here's the problem. I've got a terrible problem here because, see, I try to hate Eagle fans. Okay. Um, I honestly do, but see, it's hard to because she's been so nice, and I went through surgery, and I still have my leg left.
Yeah,
So,
I know. I said,
so you
take
know,
a toe. I said, take a toe.
take a toe.
Take a toe.
Nope, I still feel all my toes. I still feel all my toes. So,
He's a Cowboys fan.
okay.
Susan, watch out.
Yeah. So, are you a YouTuber? I mean, do you watch
Are you
YouTube?
on YouTube? You have a channel? Should I subscribe?
Do you know Philly 500?
Why does that sound familiar?
He's like a, really big YouTuber. He's known as a dingbat.
A dingbat.
He calls himself a dingbat because he was wrong because he actually liked Carson Wentz.
Oh,
So I
he's not
collab
a
with him.
Phillies fan. If he likes Mets, no, he's not.
Well,
He's not an Eagles fan.
he's a pretty good, he's got about 40,000 subscribers. So, yeah, him and I do a lot of work stuff together. I'm Cowboy Joe Boo. So if you do, I've got a lot of Eagle haters. So anyway,
I mean,
she has been great as everybody in here. Now we'll see if I
But
can
I-
walk out of here.
duh.
But she hates Carson Wentz, so she's okay in my
I know, I
book.
got so drunk the first 5 minutes. Let's take a shot every time he gets it.
Yeah, she has a whole thing that take a shot every time Carson Wentz gets hit. Or yeah, every time Carson Wentz got sacked, she took a hit.
Oh my God.
That's the only way to take it. All right, we'll see when the doctor comes back. I can actually.
You have
can
been
actually-
very nicely. You woke up nicely.
I actually am able to move the knee.
Does it hurt?
No,
It's good. So
it actually
we did good.
doesn't hurt.
14, yeah.
Okay, so I'm back home. Right after I did that last clip, I felt a little nauseated, and they gave me something in the IV that was supposed to help the nausea, and it just wiped me the heck out. I mean, literally, it wiped me out, and just kind of made me feel loopy. But I'm back home, and there we have the knee wrapped up here. And they gave me socks that are Cowboys blue, Michael just pointed
No,
out.
when you use the blue, when we wear the blue and the white,
Yeah,
that's the same blue that they use.
yeah, and they
They
are
use a darker one.
yeah.
Blue.
blue and white.
Not New York blue.
I can actually walk around and I don't feel like it's hanging. Right now, I haven't taken any pain pills or anything. I don't know if it's still the pain meds from the surgery, but I was like, right now, it's not feeling bad. In fact, walking around, it feels better than it did before the surgery. So we'll see how that goes. I do have, the doctor did give me a thumb drive with the surgery, so I haven't seen that yet. So I'll do that as a separate deal. But just give me an update on where we are right now. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if the pain hits later.